Hi boys and girls, today we're going to make a balanced bird nest. This first one I made using natural materials from our yard. Grass, straw, sticks, leaves, all things that I found on the ground. The middle eggs are actually peanut M&Ms, and I glued it on the back of an old goldfish box. You might need some help from an adult if you're going to make this one, or you could just stack it together and not glue it. For the paper nest, you're going to need a background piece of paper, maybe a square, paper for leaves, long strips of paper for sticks, crinkle paper, Easter grass, maybe a feather if you have one, something to use for eggs I'll show you, a marker, glue, scissors, and let's get started. You are going to make a nest of drippy glue. Now, make sure you have some permission because this is going to get a little bit more messy than you're used to. Might be handy to have a wet wipe nearby. We are going to lay our strips down in a balanced way. That means it's sort of equal on all sides. This way our nest looks balanced. It doesn't have to be exactly the same if we're talking about symmetry, but you just want to glue all of your sticks or your long pieces of strips of paper so they go around and they make a nice bed for your nest. If you need to add a little bit more glue so it sticks, you can do that. Shake, 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 and add the rest of your nest sticks. Good job. Next, we're going to get ready to make our leaves. And if you don't have green paper, you can actually draw leaves on white paper, or you could color some paper green. So I'm making that long line, my curved lines around, and the little veins of the leaf inside, kind of like when we did the flower the other week. I'm going to cut those leaves out, and remember, try and use as much of your paper as you can and save those scraps, especially now. You're never going to know when you need that same color paper again. And after I have my leaves, I am going to make a little bit of a pattern. So I'm laying them out, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. And I want to kind of guess where I'm going to glue those leaves around my nest so it's in a balanced way. Remember, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but if you do one on one side, try and do one sort of on the other side. And that way you're going to have some balance. So glue your leaves on, press gently. You could always use a glue stick for some of this. But since we're gluing so much onto our nest, the drippy glue is really the best. Awesome job. For the actual nest, I'm using crinkle Easter grass. Maybe you have some plastic Easter grass, maybe you have some yarn, some string, anything like that will work. Scrunch it down, get some really good glue in there, and then push all that crinkle grass or whatever you're using for your nest down into the glue. Now you can add some other embellishments if you have, like feathers would be really fun. I found some of these like from an old feather boa that we had around the house, and those are really fun because they give the nest just a really soft, textury feel. Again, I'm spacing them out using balance. See how I did them on each side? You could draw some feathers and cut them out if you wanted to, or you don't have to use feathers at all. And for your eggs, remember, if you have some jelly beans, some peanut M&Ms, that would be awesome. If not, take a little piece of Play-Doh, roll it up, and then you can glue it in your nest. If you have Model Magic, that would be even better. Use 3 eggs because that's going to create a really nice balance for you. Sometimes when we do things in odd numbers, it's really pleasing to the eye. You could also use some wooden beads or any other round objects you found around the house, as long as you have permission to glue them on your nest. And there you go, a balanced bird nest. Can't wait to see what you guys create. I miss you. See you next time.